Hello friends, and welcome to episode 14 of Lex's Budget Bunker Build. So in this episode I've done a few jobs. This first one you can see here is I've made a wooden channel, drainage channel, which is on the side of my shed. So this is all part of my efforts to direct water away from the bunker area. So that's a start. Still a little bit to do on the end there. And as we transition to the next shot, you'll see I've made up some coreflute panels basically to line the wooden channel and to go up to the wall. So this means any rain now will just fall on that plastic on the coreflute and drain off into that channel and drain away from the bunker. That's the plan anyway. And the other little job I did was to just seal up the end of the flashing that I did last week. So that stops any rain getting in the end there. Hello friends, and welcome back to another Lex life hack. So you'll have to excuse the noise down here. The audio quality is not going to be that great, I realise that, but at the moment it's raining on the shed quite heavily, so that's one thing to contend with. And also I've got this fan set up now. It's running really well. It's only, obviously this is only a temporary setup, but it's sucking all the fumes out of the hole, blowing them out the exhaust pipe. And this here is the air intake, and just with the, I suppose, the mild vacuum that's creating, there's actually a little bit of a draft coming in here of fresh air, so that's real nice. But anyway, I'm doing some MIG welding. So I don't know if you remember in one of my videos I did this and it started to burn the plastic. Well, that's not ideal. There's the fumes gives off, and then also it's damaging that moisture barrier. So I've got some more welds like that to do today. And I was remembering back to when I used to do quite a bit of welding as a job on cars, and we used to have a this sort of material. It was like a putty that you could mould around things that you wanted to protect from the heat. And I don't have to go and buy anything because, as you know, this is a bit of a budget build. And so I'm living off the land, as a colleague used to say to me. He used to say live off the land, and this is literally living off the land. So see what I've done here. I've grabbed some clay off the floor and just moulded it around the plastic there behind the weld, and that's going to stop it burning, I believe. And we'll give it a test and see how it goes, but I think that's going to work beautiful. And the best thing is it cost me absolutely nothing. Let's give it a go. Unfortunately I can't actually film the welding process today. I've left the camera tripod at work, so I'm having to sort of hold the camera. But well, never mind, we'll see how we go. Oh, well, I don't want to blow my own trumpet too much, guys, but honestly I think that was quite a good idea. I've got a weld in there. It's not the prettiest weld, but it doesn't have to be. It's only for the rebar. But look at that, there's no damage to the plastic around there at all. Would you compare that to this one? Well, I was trying to be careful, and I was trying to jam a piece of metal up behind it and all the rest of it, but it's pretty much messed up this little corner here, so I'm going to have to put some sealer or something in there. And that one, perfect. So there we go, DIY heat protection, I suppose we'll call that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that, and I'll keep using that method now to protect the rest of the plastic backing as I complete the rest of the welding. Alright, so I couldn't film the process of putting all this together because I left my camera tripod at work, which was a smart move. But I've been busy, very busy. So this is the fruits of my labours for this weekend. So I've got some shoring up. So that first section, that's all complete. So what we've got here is welded rebar, and I've put these, and then we've got 2 layers of coreflute, and then I've put these pieces of wood behind it as well, just to further strengthen it. So without the wood, you'd have an area sort of yay big to retain back with the wood. That gives it a bit of extra. And I'll keep an eye on this and see if these gaps, I mean, some of these, there's actually gaps behind some of this. So if this starts to close up, I'll know things are moving behind the wall. I don't think they will, certainly not at this level. I think maybe when I get deeper, possibly. But honestly, it feels very, very stable here. But Dale suggested he felt that probably needed a bit more, and you know what, I really appreciate any feedback from fellow bunker and tunnel diggers. I feel like we're a bit of a community, we're looking out for each other, we've all got similar goals, different maybe different ways to get there, but we've all got our we've all got our ideas on how to do this. I think it's great that we share them and discuss, and also not just people that are building bunkers, but you know, every viewer out there. People come from all sorts of different backgrounds, they've got different outlooks, different ideas, different areas of expertise, and I just think it's neat that people are willing to share that. And so yeah, so I feel like, I mean, there's no more than a hand width space in between all of this, and I'll carry that all the way down. And this wood is all scrap wood, so that was good. Didn't cost me anything extra, so I thought, why not do it? And the extra rebar, probably, I don't know, $20 worth of extra rebar. Money well spent. And as I progress, I'll monitor, you know, closely monitor how things are looking, how they're moving, if there's any movement, or feel like there's anything that's not particularly stable, and then I'll look to do other additional measures to strengthen it up. Next time I will put some sunblock on before I start welding, because I've got a nice bit of arc burn there. Not the first time I've done that. You think I'd know better by now, but never mind. Yeah, so that's it. So thanks for checking in, and hopefully next video I'll have my tripod all set up and be able to actually film the process a bit more. So now it's pretty much done for the weekend. I actually might do a quick test of the, just for curiosity, I'm actually going to load up some of the coreflute on a frame with some weights and just see how much weight it will actually sustain. And before I get out of the hole, I'm going to free that pipe up and chuck a couple of buckets of water down there and make sure my pump's still working. The water level's actually dropped. I don't think you can see that in the camera. You can see the float's actually completely clear of water. So that's just naturally drained away. And it's been raining for a few hours, and normally the rain sort of comes down this back wall here, but there's nothing come through at all. So I'm wondering whether that's thanks to my efforts so far on the outside, trying to stop the water actually getting in here. Probably a bit too soon to tell completely, but it's a good indication. So yeah, thanks for watching. Alright guys, we're now in my dojo. I don't know if I've mentioned I do a bit of martial arts. So yeah, so I've got a rock climbing gym, which I built myself inside. It's kind of cool. And homemade grappling dummy, homemade wooden man. You get the theme, everything's on a budget. Look at that, even that's made out of coal bags. Won't be getting any more of those though, we've finished with those at work. But anyway, this experiment I'm not presenting as high science. It's just basically just let's see what happens. So I'm going to put 2 sheets of coreflute over this cavity, going in 2 different directions, like I've done inside the bunker. And now I'm going to put some weights on there and just see how much it can take. I'm going to have to pause the camera here because I don't have a tripod. Okay guys, that's 40 kg so far, and she's starting to bend a little bit in the middle there. See how much more I can put on there. I mean, the cavity that I've created there is far bigger than anything I'm going to plan to have between the rebars. But nevertheless, let's see how far we can go. Let's see if we can put this camera up somewhere. Oh, this is hopeless. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 kgs. Oh, she's looking pretty sad. 60 kgs. Grab you guys for a closer look at that. So that's 60 kgs there, and you can see she's really starting to bow now. But it hasn't collapsed. And bearing in mind, these would be pinned back by the rebar in the actual situation I'm using it. So they're not going to be able to sort of lift up and fold their way around the weights quite so easily. So what did I say? That was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 kg. What else we got? Oh, I've got a couple of 20s in there. I think they're going to finish it off, to be honest, but let's have a look. Pop you up there. Trying to get the camera so you guys can see the collapse when it happens. But I'm not quite strong enough to hold 20 kg up and the camera with one, because that'll be one-handed. Alright, there we go. Makeshift tripod. If you can, yeah. I'll give a running commentary just in case you can't see what's happening here. This is a 20. Oh my God. So it's 80 kg, and she's definitely starting to, 80 kg, and she's starting to slide through. It's going to collapse any minute now. I'm going to stop it there, mate, because it breaks one of my boxes. It's 80 kg. Looks like it can sustain 60 kg, no problems at all. So, interesting experiment. Okay guys, that's the end of this episode. I feel reasonably satisfied with what I achieved this weekend, and I'm all set up for next weekend when I can start digging again, which I am looking forward to. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any of that action and you haven't already, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Lakes out.